guys, Joe coming in with another battle replay. Today we have a 3v3 here in Rome 2. It is a siege, as you can see. The three attacking armies on the battlefield today, we have Macedon, Boii, and Odrysian Kingdom, way back over there. The three defending armies, we have Athens, Ardii, and Athens. So, pretty good defending armies. Let's get over some of the army comps real quick. First, we will get into Macedon. Macedon is actually being commanded by Solo Wing Pixie. He has brought with him 7 units of his thorax swords. Got a couple of them up here on towers. Back over here, he's got some of his Thurio spears. His general here is a companion cavalry. Back over, hiding in the woods, way back over here, he's got his 3 units of mercenary Cretan archers, 1 unit of Thracian warriors here protecting them. Getting into the rest of his army, a couple more units of his thorax swords here, 2 units of thorax swords and a unit of mercenary Thracian warriors there, and he has his 2 units of thorax pikemen. That will round out the Macedonian army. Getting into the Boii army, this army is being commanded by Iron Fist. Iron Fist has brought with him 9 units of sword followers. He's got 5 units of Celtic warriors, 4 units of the Celtic bowmen here, a couple more units of his sword followers protecting them. Hiding in the woods over here, he's got some more of his sword followers, the Celtic Scorpion here, pretty nasty little thing to bring into the city. And his final 4 towers over here, 2 more units of his Celtic warriors, 2 more units of the... sword followers, 3 units of Celtic warriors, 1 unit of sword followers. Apologies. Getting into the Odrysian Kingdom, he does have 4 towers spread out on this side over here. All 4 of them are units of the Thracian warriors. Getting into the remaining bulk of his army here, he has, let's get into this, a couple more units of Thracian warriors. He has a unit of mercenary hoplites on a tower, another unit of mercenary hoplites there on the ram. Getting into his hidden units here, he's got 4 units of the Thracian bowmen. And his rear lines are his couple units of his mercenary hoplites, few units of the regular Thracian nobles here as well, and his general is another unit of Thracian nobles. The 3 defending armies, like I said, 2 Athens, 1 Ardii. I am commanding one of the Athens. The Silver Stick is commanding one of the other Athens army, and Charlie Six Zulu is commanding Ardii. You can see this is a pretty long siege battle, so we're going to get this one going here. I'm going to start off over here with the Odrysian Kingdom starting to move up his 4 towers and his ram towards this wall here. Shooting over, let's see what Macedon is doing. Macedon is currently moving up his towers, his tortoises as well, along with these towers here for Boii. Everybody's moving their siege equipment. So let's shoot back over here to the Odrysian Kingdom here. You do see the gate is opening, which usually is a telltale sign of, that's right, a little bit of a sally out coming out. Unit of Hippeus Lancers and a unit of Citizen Cavalry. Believe I was controlling these units, and oh that's right, some ambushers as well. Gotta love Ardii and their Illyrian Raiders. 4 units of the Illyrian Raiders making their way out over here as well.
Quick march!
You quickly see that the Odrysian Kingdom is moving up his mercenary hoplites and his mercenary veteran hoplites. I had gotten a charge in with my citizen cavalry, slowing this tower down on this side. Started to take off the unit of mercenary hoplites off of his ram to come on over here to try and slow down the cavalry charge. And that allowed me to see where his archers were hiding. I had a feeling they were over here. But still more of the Illyrian Raiders coming out. We now have 5 units of the Illyrian hoplites making their way, Illyrian Raiders making their way out. Some with mercenary hoplites now climbing down off of this tower. We're basically just slowing the Odrysian Kingdom down with all of our ambushers and cavalry. That was pretty much our plan, because usually when you're lined up over by yourself, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, you're gonna suffer some sort of a sally out or an ambush. So guys, always be ready. Here comes the unit of the Hippeus Lancers coming in. Now they're going to slow down a little bit because they're in the woods, which will allow some of the other archers here to get some fire off onto them as they are chasing down this 1 unit. But this 1 unit of Thracian bowmen here, already afraid, They're attacked in the rear, haven't lost anybody yet. Now the cavalry is making their way out of the woods, getting into these Thracian bowmen, and you can just see their numbers quickly dropping down here, just plummeting down. Unit is now starting to rout off of the battlefield. These guys aren't even stopped. They're running all the way over to the line. Unit is now routing, and they are gone. So one unit of the archers are already gone. RDI is getting his Illyrian raiders now into the woods, taking out its second unit of the Thracian bowmen over here. Not going very well for the Odrysian kingdom on this side. Thracian nobles and the other unit of archers back over here. Now, I did end up pulling my citizen cavalry back inside. This unit does have 14 out of 80 left. Let's see if we can see what their kills are. Only 28 kills so far. This unit of the Hippeis Lancers here with 46. Let's shoot on over to the other sides real quick to see what's going on. Yeah, tower's still moving up on pretty much all sides here. Let's get back over here where the action is going on. I was able to get my Hippeis Lancers around that unit of mercenary hoplites, which, where do you think I'm going to go? That's right, trying to catch up to some more of the archers here. RDI Charlie is doing a fantastic job, just basically throwing all of the Odrysian kingdom off. He's got units chasing, running all over the field, trying to catch up to his raiders, which is basically just allowing my cavalry to have a field day. Just running around. You know, they haven't gotten, like I said, they haven't gotten a whole ton of kills, only 79 kills so far, but Odrysian kingdom has lost 2 units of their archers already. So he's now actually chasing down this unit of the Thracian bowmen with one of his units of Illyrian raiders. Bowmen are trying desperately to run for their lives. I'm pulling my larger unit of the cavalry back inside the settlement. Charlie said, why not just throw them back inside? We've pretty much thrown this army off its plan entirely. Aside, I mean, he's still got his 4 towers on this side. Only one of them is close to the wall. The other 2 are still moving up. Actually, this tower has barely moved. This tower is still kind of moving forward. Boei is getting closer to the walls here. He's actually starting to take out the Greek ballista that was on the wall here for RDI, which is a good sign for them. Macedon is still moving up all of his towers. So while all of that is going on over there, towers are still moving up. Odrysian Kingdom army is already in tatters. I mean, they still do have a lot of their units, but a lot of their units have taken some serious losses. Thracian warriors here at 88. This unit down to 104. That one's unit still full. And let's see about that flag there. Down to 82 on that unit. So we did do a decent amount of damage onto the Odrysian Kingdom with only, you know, it was 5 units of raiders, 2 units of cavalry. My 2 units of cavalry were able to get back inside the settlement. We do actually have some eyes on some more of Charlie's forces. He's got 3 units of his Illyrian nobles here. A couple of the units of either mine or Silver Sticks. I can't remember. This battle was a while ago. We have some light hoplites and hoplites. Unit of Thurio spears here, guarding that choke point as well. Shoot back out over here, see how we're doing. RDI still chasing down this unit of Thracian bowmen. Finally, they are caught slightly by a unit of mercenary hoplites. But as you can see, Illyrian raiders want nothing to do with the mercenary hoplites. They want to keep charging and catching into these archers here, which, here I come again with my depleted unit of citizen cavalry. They're going to just come barreling back out of the gates again. This unit of archers is completely undefended while still trying to run away from the Illyrian raiders. So we're just going to get in onto a little bit of a charge here, right into the back of this unit of Thracian bowmen, which will slow them down, which will allow Charlie to get his Illyrian raiders in to finish off this unit. You can see their morale is really not looking very good at all. Just losing numbers quickly, down to 50 men already. Trying to pull my cavalry back out, still with 14 left in the unit, but another unit of bowmen here for Odrysian Kingdom will be lost. So that's going to be 3 of his units of archers. I'm sorry, one of the units, actually, no, I thought all 3 of his units of archers were gone. Well, either way, the other 2 units are severely depleted, so basically that makes 1 unit of archers left for the Odrysian Kingdom, as that second unit there is now completely routed off of the battlefield. So, not too bad of a bit of a sally out / ambush. Let's get back over here, see what Boei is doing. Iron Fist is moving up the remaining parts of his army, bringing them up closer towards the settlement. His Oathsworn general here. Very tough unit. Oathsworn is very tough. I can't say that enough. Celtic Bowmen making their way over. He has captured the gates here, so that will be a very easy way for him to get in. Actually, Macedon on this side has actually knocked down a couple of the walls on this side, but as you can see, this whole front part of the settlement, the side of these two units here, defense really doesn't start until back over here, because of the sally out and the ambushers that were over here. We were dedicating, at least Charlie and myself were dedicating a lot of our time on this side. A couple more of the Athens units, Mercenary Veteran Hoplites. I believe that was another Hoplite unit there. There was another unit going up the road here. I did not end up seeing what it was. But basically the attackers on this side, Macedon and Boii, have control of the front part of this settlement. You're going to come in here, start capturing this gatehouse, which is always a good idea, as it will have two towers that will give them a hand in their process of the attack. 32 units of Thurio spears here, protecting this roadway. Various deployables here. We have some of the sharp stone beds that will just slow down their progress into closer to the town center, which, if you guys did not know, town center in this settlement is right here, all the way up in the top here. And there are really only two ways to get in here. There's this road here and this staircase here. So pretty I don't want to say easy way to defend, but it is a pretty simpler, easy, simpler settlement to defend. Sorry about that. I was trying to think of a better word. So we do have some of the Mercenary Veteran Hoplites. I'm pretty sure I was on this side defending over here. I think Silver Stick was defending on this side. A lot more of the units now showing up, as you can see. Pikemen here in the center. 3 units of There's four units of pikemen here. Some more picked hoplites. We do have eyes on a picked hoplite general and a Hippeus Lancer general. The remaining unit of my Hippeus Lancers here. 79 kills with that unit so far. Odrysian Kingdom is now making his way up onto the wall. He has a unit of Thracian warriors here actually coming down the stairs into some mercenary veteran hoplites. Archers here for one of the Athens army. I'm not sure if this was mine or not. Firing down. I think if this is me, this is not a good idea, because I'm actually tempting fate of firing into the backs of my own men. So don't do that ever. Don't ever fire over your own guys. I should actually be firing at the men that are up on the walls. Probably selecting this unit here that is just getting up onto the walls, though. But looking back on it and actually looking at the numbers in these units, shouldn't even really be wasting the ammunition on these units anyway. I mean, maybe this unit because they were over 100, but that unit there, only 88, and that unit here. We do have a unit of the Mercenary Hoplites starting to try and make their way over towards this staircase. Thurio Spears throwing their lances, Pilas up, and another unit of Cretan Archers here getting some really good fire into this unit as they're trying to make their way over to this staircase. Macedon and Boii still making their way forward. This is a pretty big settlement, so they have to it's going to take them some time to get all the way in. We do actually have Macedon here with some thorax swordsmen getting some fire in onto the light hoplites, light spear infantry here. Second unit of hoplites here guarding this passage here. Do a couple of the units of the Illyrian hoplites here from Ardii, holding off a unit of thorax swordsmen. Macedon still making his way around. Actually, he's starting to use this side pathway here, but again, defended here. We have a unit of thorax swordsmen, mercenary Cretan archers there that will be ready to defend that back road over there. Let's see what Boii is up to over here. Boii is taking a very slow approach. Very, very slow approach here. He's got a bunch of his sword followers back here, all 4 of his archers way back over here by the wall. He's finally bringing in his Celtic Scorpion, which actually has lost a Scorpion somehow. Maybe it was from the towers? I'm not sure, because we didn't have anything over here. So I don't know why they're down a Scorpion already, but good for us on the defending side, as there are only 3 or 4 Scorpions left. Good for us. Shoot on back over onto this side. So Macedon has now charged in a unit of his thorax swordsmen. into these light hoplites and hoplites here. Do have the Macedonian general here, companion cavalry. He has made his way into the settlement. They have captured this first capture point here. I believe that gives them a morale buff. More of Macedon still making their way in. Actually, I think these might be... Oh no, these are just regular thorax swordsmen and mercenary Thracian warriors. Macedon actually did leave his pikemen way out here for a decent amount of the battle, so... Not sure why. Maybe he just wanted to leave them out there to make sure that they were protected. But back on over here, we do have some more Pila volleys coming back and forth between the two units of Thorax Swordsmen. 2 units of the Mercenary Cretan Archers getting some fantastic volleys into this unit of Mercenary Cretan Archers here for Athens. This Archer unit is not doing very well at all. They are just losing numbers quickly, and they are now routing, soon to be broken off of the battlefield. No combat here really as of yet, but as you can see, the front line here, Pila has been thrown. More Pila is being now thrown by the Thorax Swordsmen here. Are they actually killing anybody? Yeah, they've killed 19 men so far out of that unit. This unit has lost 11. Finally, we will have our first melee clash of the event here. Mercenary Cretan Archers making their way up. We do have another unit of Thurio Spears here for Macedon starting to make his way up as well. Ooh, nice headbutt. So combat is going on over there. As I said, this unit of the Cretan Archers have been murdered. You can see the amount of bodies that are laying over here out of a 160-man unit. There's definitely over 100 men laying dead there. See how Adrician Kingdom's push is going in on this wall. He has a unit of his mercenary hoplites in here, taking on some Illyrian hoplites. And the wall combat for basically the entire wall combat has now stopped. Mercenary hoplites, his archers are back here. He's actually starting to move up both of his units of his Thracian bowmen here. He also has his units of his nobles over here hiding in the woods. Let's see what Boii is doing. Boii still just taking his time. Very, very slow. Does have 2 units here, Sword Followers, and a unit of Celtic Warriors taking on a unit of Thurio Spears here. See how the Macedonian combat is going over here against some more of the Athens armies. Hoplites here taking on some Thorax Swordsmen. Thorax Swordsmen taking on the Light Hoplites. This Light Hoplite unit, as you can see, their line is getting very, very thin. So this could be a problem as far as defending this part of the settlement. We do have the combat going on over here as well. 2 more Thorax Swordsman units taking on the Illyrian Hoplites from Ardii. Pretty solid walls here. Doesn't really seem like maybe these Thorax Swordsmen are going to make their way through, but we do have another unit of the Cretan Archers making their way up. Where are they firing? Actually, they're firing way back over here, getting some really good rear shots in onto a unit of Thurio Spears that are holding up 2 units of the Boii Swordsmen. So well done there by the Macedonian Archers to pull forward a little bit, get some... That is some fantastic range. I must say, that is some fantastic range. Some of the Athens forces are now pulling back from these choke points as they're more than likely would have been outflanked. There was only 1 unit holding here, 2 units holding here. This 1 unit here would have eventually broken. As you can see, the unit of Thurio Spears there that we're getting fired in the back by this unit of archers is now breaking as well. Unit of Thurio Spears coming out here, actually lighting the brimstone pits. I believe that's what they're called. Yeah, brimstone pits here. Not the greatest of deployables. Basically, it's just a, hey, stop running for a little bit. It's a way. It lets you be able to run away, basically, because if they run through here, obviously they're going to take damage. But eventually, once that damage reaches 100%, the brimstone pits will burn out. So there's really, I mean, it is a deployable, but not really a very effective one. My personal favorite ones are the sharpstone beds, but I've actually gotten quite accustomed to not using deployables. I feel like it makes the game a little bit more fun. Maybe doesn't give the defenders as much of an advantage as they already have walls. The deployables kind of make it, I don't know, a little, I don't know. To me, it makes it a little less fun. But we do have units, like I said, we do have units pulling back to the town center, closer towards the town center. Unit of Illyrian nobles here making their way out of thin air. I don't remember seeing that unit there. So far, Illyrian hoplites here holding pretty well, but this will more than likely start. This unit will eventually start losing. They are down to 95 men. This unit of Thorax swordsmen that's attacking still has 141. So that will not go very well. And as I thought, as soon as this unit of the hoplites were broken here, one of the units of the sword followers came over and just got a rear charge in onto the back of this hoplite unit. As you can see, they are wavering. So this will open up yet another floodgate for Macedon and Boii to make their way through. Let's get back over here onto the gate, see how well this is going. Not going very well, actually. There was a unit of archers that were really close up there. Thracian bowmen have now routed completely. They're broken off of the battlefield. Mercenary hoplites here still trying to fight and get this gate, but it does not look like that's going to go in their favor, as this unit is now losing decisively. So successful hold on this wall. We do not see any further Odrysian Kingdom forces making their way towards the wall there. Up over on this hill here, Thorax swordsmen holding back a unit of Thorax swordsmen and Thurios spears. Some Cretan archer fire actually coming over here. Where are they firing? Firing in onto a unit of the slave slingers from Ardii. He's forced to have to pull them back. It's making their way up over here. Some Thurios spears quickly making their way up over here. Still trying to hold this road, because if this road falls, they'll be able to come around over here, take over this gate more than likely, and that will allow the Odrysian Kingdom to easily make their way into the settlement. Pulling a unit of Thora, maybe that's Thurios spears as well. So we do have 2 units of Thurios spears. Once this second unit shows back up again, we do have eyes on 1 unit of Thurios spears. Actually, what is it? Mercenary veteran hoplites. They looked like they were going to pull back, maybe come up over here to help defend. Not sure what this unit is doing yet. Maybe it's trying to reform. But Thurios spears are making their way over here just in time, really, to get over here and continue trying to hold this road. Thorax swordsmen here for Athens not doing very well. Thurios spears just charged right into combat. They didn't even bother getting into any sort of a hoplite wall or anything like that. Maybe they don't have hoplite wall. Maybe they just do square. I'm not entirely sure. More fantastic volleys coming down from the Cretan archers up on the hill there into this unit of mercenary veteran hoplites, down to 101 men. This unit of Thorax swordsmen now absolutely winning combat, as there is 143 in that unit. Hoplites here still wavering. Where did the other units go? Well, maybe I was looking in the wrong spot. Well, the other way. Illyrian hoplites still here holding fantastically against these Thorax swordsmen, doing a fantastic job. These Illyrian hoplites are no joke. They've been holding there for a little while. We have a unit of the Illyrian noble hoplites making their way back. Unit of Thurios spears will be the first line of defense for this roadway here. You can see that they are firing their Pila down, trying to maybe waft their volleys up over the stairs. Actually, this unit of Celtic warriors down to 91 men already. So well done. Celtic warriors are just going to charge right on in here. It's a pretty good unit for Boii. Actually, wow, look at the roadway here of Boii and some of the Odrysian Kingdom. Actually, Thracian warriors making their way in here. This is basically what I like to call a shock infantry unit, even though it doesn't say shock infantry unit, because they can charge in. They have two-handed swords, and I do believe that they have an ability. Well, maybe they don't, but they are very tough. They are a pretty tough unit. I mean, you can see their melee attack there. Their weapon damage is just skyrocketed up, 46 and 45. Their armor is not very good. Their melee defense isn't very good either, but they are very good on attack. It's pretty much why I call them a shock infantry unit. Let's get on back over here, see what Odrysian Kingdom is doing. Odrysian Kingdom still being held up at the walls there. Second unit of the mercenary hoplites have made their way over at the base of this hill. Thorax swordsmen have maintained themselves to a degree, but as you can see, they are losing. Thurios spears holding rather well against these Thorax swordsmen. Right behind them, some Thurios spears and this unit of mercenary Cretan archers, which actually I'm going to check out what their kill is. 118 kills so far. So they should probably be ending near the end of their ammunition. But they are firing up over the tops of their own men into this unit of the mercenary veteran hoplites that are back here as a reinforcement unit, and they're already getting cut down. So not a good sight. Not a very good sight at all. Thorax Swordsman and Thurio Spears have been victorious at this moment. Thorax Swords and Thurio Spears have pulled back. But Athens is not just going to stop and give up. They're going to charge back out into the retreating units, getting into some of the Thurio Spears here. Mercenary Cretan Archers are actually rather close up to the line. I think some of them are actually entangled in that combat there, so they're going to have to, unfortunately, they're going to have to pull back there. See how the combat is going on this side. Thorax Swordsman with 27 men left in that unit, taking on a unit of Thurio Spears. More archer fire coming in. Where is that coming from? I can't exactly see where that was coming from. Maybe from this unit of Cretan Archers back over here. See if maybe they give another volley. No, they're moving. I think that was that unit, though, getting some fire into this unit of Thurio Spears. They have not lost a man yet. RDI General is way out over here, overlooking the walls. Odrysian Kingdom still just kind of hanging out here with these 6 units that he still has outside of the settlement, as he does have a few units over here, like I said. He's got his 2 units of Thracian warriors there, another unit here. Pretty sure that's all he had. Oh no, he's got 2 units of Thracian warriors there. 1 unit there and 1 unit there. Okay. So those are the 4 units of Thracian warriors that Odrysian Kingdom had inside the settlement. So far on this side, RDI doing a okay job here, holding off the Celtic warriors and the Thracian warriors. Somehow the Thracian warriors actually cut down to 55 men. They were the relief unit that came in, so that's actually kind of confusing. But here they come again, going to get another charge in, as the RDI are actually going to fall back behind this unit of Thurio Spears. So nice little tandem work here between either Silverstick and myself and Charlie 6 Zulu. Just making sure that our men continue to stay fresh and not tired. Over here, Boei is still, like I said, taking his time, being very patient in his moves. On this side, 2 units of RDI hoplites. One of them is kind of depleted. The other one has only lost 10 men so far. Macedon still trying to break his way through over on this road. Thorax Swords and Thurio Spears being held up by 1 unit of Thurio Spears. Unit of Rhodian Slingers actually over here getting some fire up overhead into this unit of the Mercenary Cretan Archers. They are starting to lose some men, which is a good sign for us as the defenders. As over here, Mercenary Veteran Hoplites are at the bottom of this hill just waiting for the units of Macedon here to make their way through. The gate is all but defended on this side. Mercenary Hoplites wavering. Second unit of Mercenary Hoplites here will more than likely start to waver as well. So well done on the wall defense on this side. Yeah, Thurio Spears are now starting to break, so these 3 units will start being able to move forward. These Rhodian Slingers, though, getting some really, really good fire in onto this unit of the Mercenary Cretan Archers, down to 74 men now. Starting to move forward, it looks like, a little bit, but you can still see just rocks going overhead, hitting into these units, down to 71 men left. Companion Cavalry General here from Macedon starting to make his way over onto this side, maybe to try and give some morale buffs to his soldiers so that they do not rout. Boei is now in combat on this side. He's got a unit of his sword followers in onto some of the Illyrian Hoplites. Illyrian Hoplites not faring very well. Down to 74 men in that unit. This unit with 150 still. Combat still going on down on this side. Thurio Spears here holding on to the unit of the Thracian Warriors, who have not lost another man. Still 50 out of 160. Celtic Warriors at 125. What is that? Oh, it's the Scorpion firing. Scorpion is now getting some flame shots off onto this unit of the Illyrian nobles that were just standing here. A couple of shots, actually 1 shot got into the Thurio Spears there, pushed a couple of guys back. Believe that RDI has now noticed this. Charlie has noticed this, so he's going to move this unit back in, so maybe they'll stop taking fire, or at least as much fire. solid unit of the Thracian warriors now charging their way in. This unit of hoplites is not going to survive now. They're going to start getting cut down. They just quickly lost 4 men there. They were at 49, now down to 43. So Thracian warriors, like I said, if they're used at the right time, they can be absolutely devastating. Back over here, road still being held. Actually, a unit of the Illyrian nobles making their way back. Under some great cover fire here by these 2 units of the Rhodian slave slingers here. Do have a nice little fireball line set up there. Hopefully we'll be able to end up seeing that get used. Over on this side, Macedon has now brought up one of his units of pikes into this. One unit of pikes, yeah, one unit of pikes and a Thurio spear here. Going to probably just instantaneously break this unit of Thurio spears. Pikes are that gross. I mean, you can see the... Let me see if I can zoom in here. Actually, from this angle, from right about here, you can see the length advantage, if you will, of the pikes compared to the spears here. They're just putting in fantastic work onto these Thurio spears. Just going to cut down to 52 men already. They're just getting pushed back and stabbed, pushed back and stabbed. So, pikemen very, very tough. Really, all you need though is a unit of archers or slingers, well placed, and pikes can pretty much get destroyed. Macedon's push on this side not going very well though. The unit of thorax swordsmen and veteran hoplites with a unit of the Rhodian slingers up on the wall, pushing back these Thurio spears, thorax swordsmen. Finally, the unit of Cretan archers on this side is now breaking. So that is finally, that's a good sight to see. Finally, up to 142 kills, but somehow again, I don't understand how they stop wavering like that. I mean, they're under fire and they're losing men, and then all of a sudden they just compose themselves. Not sure how that happens all the time. The Drisian Kingdom, I guess, finally realized that this back wall over here was just not going to be conquered, so he has moved off the remaining 6 units that he has, 7 units that he has here. He's going to come around onto Macedon's side and make his way into the settlement over there. Buildings keep getting in the way. I want to try and keep getting side shots here. Buildings keep getting in the way. The warriors taking on hoplites and Illyrian hoplites here. The Scorpion was firing. He has just stopped firing there. It's going to start moving themselves. Celtic warriors and sword followers not doing very well. Actually, fantastic volleys coming from this unit of mercenary Cretan archers. I didn't even see them. Lofting right up over the buildings, breaking the unit of the Celtic warriors. This unit of the sword followers probably not far behind them. As you can see, their numbers just dropped from 51 down to 43. We have a couple of units here. Sword followers throwing their peelers in. Let's see if we can get a vantage on where they're firing. Firing right into the unit of the light hoplites up front. Oh, good. Wow. Oh. Destructive. Oh, look at that. The sword follower guy is behind the light hoplites. Let's get an eye and see how this fight goes. Oh, now he's 3-on-1. Oh, nope. Never mind. Back to a 1-on-1. And actually the unit of light hoplites just broke. So this guy, I guess, is kind of victorious, but he's not the one that actually killed anybody, so good for him. Back over onto this side here. Unit of the Thracian warriors are now wavering off of the field. One unit of Illyrian nobles holding here. Another unit here of Thurio spears have now broken. But as this wall has been defended, units are going to start making their way back. And over here, I believe this has been stopped. Yeah, maybe the only thing... No, I think everything over here from Macedon was pretty much killed. Base Lancers coming out of the town center there, making their way slowly around the buildings. We do have another unit of either hoplites or Thurio spears making their way back. Mercenary veteran hoplites making their way back, heading towards the town center. 27 minutes, a little less than 28 minutes left in this battle, starting to now finally get into the town center. As I said earlier, Boii and Macedon had a very easy way of getting into the settlement, so it's unfortunate that it took them that long to get all the way over here. Noble fighters, Illyrian noble hoplites, getting fired upon. I believe it's the, yeah, it's the Scorpion again, getting some shots in. Firing way up over there. But more archer fire now actually coming down. This unit of the Illyrian Hoplites now being taken on by some sword followers and a unit of Celtic warriors. Do have a unit of the slave slingers here with a good, I mean they're up, so they have a good little shot here. Could be better, as yes, they are firing downhill, but the Illyrian Hoplites are still up and above them. If we can just spin this around real quick, yeah. So as for the slinger line of sight, it's not really that great. I mean, they can probably hit these guys that have made their way around the corner here of this unit of Hoplites, but actually getting into the meat of these units, really not very possible. This unit of Cretan archers, though, is probably getting some good fire. Where are they firing? It says they're firing. Maybe they're firing down here. Where are they firing? Oh, they're firing over here into these Thracian warriors. Maybe this unit of Celtic warriors might be taking some damage as well. Thracian warriors here are now starting to break these Illyrian noble hoplites from Ardii, still holding back. Two more units here, sword followers, Celtic warriors, another unit of mercenary Thracian warriors now charged in on their side, and kind of on their rear also. Illyrian nobles, before they get surrounded, end up pulling back, reforming their line here, so hopefully this will be able to defend for a little bit more. But as they are in hoplite wall, they've condensed their forces to make a stronger front, which gives the ability to be flanked around the sides much, much more likely. Macedon on this side has full control. Odrysian Kingdom has finally gotten all of his units in from all the way around. It probably might not have been a bad idea to just wait for Macedon to eventually take this gate, as we defenders were going to have to eventually pull units back. Unit of the Hippeis Lancers coming out of the town center here, charging in. There's 37 hoplites still here, but at the time I figured maybe the charge in would give them a little bit more of a hand. As you can see, the unit of Thracian warriors now pulling back. But sometimes you make mistakes in games, you know. Oh, we do have two units of Cretan archers on this side, but there they go again, disappearing. Here still holding off against these sword followers, Celtic warriors, and mercenary Thracian warriors. Mercenary Cretan archers now making their way over here. The attackers still have a ton of infantry left. A ton of infantry. Odrysian Kingdom doesn't really have a lot of archers left. He's got this one unit of Thracian bowmen making their way up. Pretty sure that's the only bowman he has left. Let's get into his army real quick, check it out. Yeah, I don't see any other bow symbols. Boii still has all four of his units of archers. I don't think they've killed. Yeah, 0, 0, 0, and 0. So one of the positive things of being patient and going slow on an attack, especially on a undefended wall, is you will have all of your ammunition left. So that's one good thing that Boii did in moving up slowly and really not having to worry about attacking a whole lot. I mean, he was able to use a lot of his infantry. Now, here's a little bit of a problem as we're getting to closer to 20 minutes left of this battle. They're through over here, so they're getting up closer towards where the town center is already. So that made us a little worrisome as the one unit of the Celtic warriors broke. These three units here broke. One unit of Celtic warriors came around and started hitting this unit of hoplites in the back. The Hippeis Lancers now coming in again, getting a charge, actually charging into this other unit of Celtic warriors here. So that was actually a good thing that they were able to hit these units that were on the side there, finishing off that last bit of the unit that was attacking them from behind. So hopefully that that helped out the Illyrian nobles' morale coming back up. Now it says that the combat is even. Hippeis Lancers making their way out of combat there. Let's see what they're up to. 199 kills with that unit. Archer fire still coming in. Hippeis Lancers now going to come in with another charge onto this unit of sword followers, just basically picking off the weaker units, smaller units, so they have less of these smaller units to push forward as basically meat. meat walls, or whatever you want to call them, to waste our ammunition on the defense. This unit of Imperious Lancers now down to 11. I think I just finally just came in again over here and just got one final charge. Nope, did not. Turned back around. Oh, I charged back into the Sword Followers and Celtic Warriors as they were charging into me, doing a little bit of the last tiny bit of damage to these units, getting a nice little charge in onto them. This unit, their morale is seriously dropped off of that charge. So, you know, sometimes when you just have a little bit left of a cavalry unit, just throw it away. Throw it away. It can do some damage, can do some kills, like that unit that the Imperious Lancer unit that I had brought back out was able to rout another unit of the archers. It was seriously depleted, but still did damage. So still getting closer and closer here to this final stand. Do have a unit of the Mercenary Cretan archers over here getting into combat. Not probably going to do very good, though. Unit of picked hoplites and pikemen here. Yeah, archers are just going to pull away. They are out of ammunition, I guess. 123 kills. They might actually still have a little bit of ammunition left. So that is a little bit confusing. Pace Lancers, just please, excuse me, can I get past here? No? Alright, dead. Great. Let's get back on over here to where the choke point fighting is going. Another unit of Thurio Spears and unit of Celtic Warriors getting broken. These Illyrian Noble Hoplites are crazy. They just will not give up. 277 kills for a hoplite unit. Spears, 277 kills. Fantastic. Very, very, very well done. Tough unit. If you guys have not tried to play as RDI, I would say give it a shot. They're pretty versatile. They have ambushers, deployable, vanguard units, however you like to call them, and their infantry is rather strong. Slave Slingers over here getting some fire in onto a unit of Sword Followers and Thracian Warriors here. You can see the stones kind of coming in, picking off more of these Sword Followers. Another unit of Mercenary Hoplites now here for Drisian Kingdom starting to make their way up. This unit is eventually going to break. I mean, they have to. There's only 52 of them left. They're actually, how are they fresh? It says fresh. That's confusing. Been fighting for a long time. Oh! What is that? Companion cavalry. Oh, Macedonian general. That's why they broke. They couldn't get him from the front, so they rear charged from behind. Valid, very valid. Unit of Sword Followers coming up the stairs into some more picked hoplites and a unit of pikemen here. This staircase should be held for a little while, but once these Boii archers get up closer, it should start posing a bit of a problem. Has his, like I said, he has his 4 units of archers still. Magician Kingdom with his 1 unit, and Macedon, I don't think. Yeah, Macedon's out of archers. Actually, nope. He's got 1 unit of archers up over here on the wall, getting absolutely destroyed. Actually, just kind of standing there. Unit of Mercenary Cretan archers getting some fantastic volleys off onto this unit. They're going to start trying to pull away. Let's see if they'll actually get away. Down to 71 men left in that unit. Oh, more death. Unit is starting to waver. Do they have any kills? 156 kills, so they didn't really have a lot of ammunition left anyway. So, okay. Not that big of a loss. But it is a unit of archers, so we took it as a win. Sometimes you gotta just grasp for things. This defense here has been held so far, so Sword Followers did end up pulling back. Now, yeah, I'm not even... I'll wait for that. Macedonian General here, Companion General coming around, starting to wheel his way around. We do finally see more of Boii making his way up. Very slow attack from Boii, very slow. Tactical, I guess, to a degree, but, I mean, he's got his 3 units of Sword Followers here that are pretty much untouched. They probably still have all of their javelins left, so... Scorpion over here just kind of hanging out. Let's see how many kills they have. 89 kills. He probably has a decent amount of ammo left, maybe a little less than half. These archers have not fired a single shot. Do we have these Celtic bowmen firing yet? Nope. A lot of ammo left. Oathsworn General there for Boii. Some more Sword Followers starting to make their way up. Is the staircase under attack again? No, not just yet. Macedonian archers here are out of ammunition. war units of Macedon and the Odrysian Kingdom making their way around over towards this staircase, probably trying desperately to get away from the Cretan archers, as this is a unit of thorax pikemen down to 135 men. We have a lot of range up on this hilltop, so this thorax pikeman unit probably not going to survive very long. Down to 134 now, trying to run away. They're being fired at from three different groups: mercenary Cretan archers, slave slingers, and the other unit of archers there, getting some really good fire into this unit. Down to 112 left now, 110. So they're actually, the Boii is actually pulling back some of his tougher unit, but this unit of pikemen, wow, not even involved in combat yet, I don't think. Oh, they got 68 kills, but I mean, they're getting destroyed. Absolutely destroyed, trying to run away very quickly, down to 86 men. Wow. Well, like I said way back at the beginning, archers can do pretty good damage onto a unit of pikes. Down to 83 men, actually. They lost 3 more men somehow. Not sure how that happened. So we have a little bit of a standstill here as Macedon and Boii are starting to move some units around, change their units, see who they're going to want to bring up first towards this defense. There's some fighting going on this side. No, not really. Kind of just standing here yelling at each other. Oh, wait, no, we're going to have a peel volley here. I guess all the peel was already thrown. Let's see, the picked hoplites at 150. Pikemen at 155, so 2 still very solid units here. As you can see, the pikes are just waiting for these guys to move forward. And nope, Boii is going to pull away again. Just keeps moving back. A little less than 16 minutes left in this battle replay. We have another unit of sword followers making their way up. They are immediately under fire from the RDI slave slingers. Still haven't lost anybody yet, as they do have all of their shields up in front of them. What else is coming on up here? We have the Scorpion making his way up here. I don't know if that's such a good idea with all the range that are here. Yeah, that Scorpion's starting to lose men, down to 17 men. They were at 40 when they first made their way up here, down to 16, wavering now. That's a shame, because those Scorpions could have done a lot of damage to this front line of defense there. Scorpion crew down to 10 left, and they are routing. Let's see if they actually maybe have a chance to recover and come back. If they make their way around this building. Run, no. Down to 5. Yep. That sucks. Okay, so we have some Pila volleys coming up from the sword followers, and this is what I was going to say just before. So apparently in this settlement, maybe another settlement or two, I can't remember, this is passable. So you can just walk right up here. So if the guys are defending the stairs, you can just walk right through. Doesn't even matter. Pikes are right there, and the guys just walk right on past the pikes. Like some of them are getting stopped, but a decent amount of them are able to get past here into this unit of slave slingers. So that was a little frustrating for that to happen. We weren't entirely sure that was going to happen. We didn't think this was passable. Just, I don't know. There's other settlements. I forget which one it is, but there's another settlement that's very similar to this with a defendable victory point where there's certain parts of the grass or even a simple hill that's unpassable. So that kind of took us a little off guard, but unit of Thracian warriors are now getting cut down. We do have picked hoplite general here. Unfortunately, one of the units of his slave slingers is starting to waver, but I don't think they ended up breaking, as there's 93 of them left, but they are definitely not very happy. Yeah, Thracian warriors now finally caught. The rest of this unit decided not to be able to make it past here. They finally got caught on the units of pikemen. Do have some more Macedonian forces making their way over onto this side. Thorax swordsmen here. 3 units of thorax swordsmen. Have they all used their Pila? Not entirely sure. Does not look like they're going to fire. Do have a unit of thorax pikemen making their way up over here, but remember there are some archers up here, so just remember that. Always when you're moving units up, you got to remember where units could have possibly been or where they were the last time you saw them. Because like I said before, a unit of pikes can be shredded by a unit of archers. We do have some volleys coming down now. Getting into these thorax pikemen, already down to 82 men. This was the unit that was over there that went around, so they were already at 84, but they've lost 3 men already in one volley, along with all these other thorax swordsmen around. So just a little tip for you guys. Remember where units are on the battlefield before you move forward. Let's get a look at this thorax pikeman unit, down to 64 men already. So they have lost a lot more. Boii archers now getting in some fire. The one lone unit of the Thracian bowmen firing into this front line as well. But yeah, they're just going to continue, which, you know, makes sense. They're going to continue to try and exploit this little area here to get through. We have some mercenary hoplites now getting their way through into the unit of slave slingers again. Picked hoplite general for myself or Silver having to make their way back out again here. Do have Charlie actually did use one of his units of slave slingers to come over here and hold off this gap. Pretty sure they were out of ammunition anyway. Mercenary hoplites here are finally starting to waver and break. Lots of archer fire coming now. Where is it going?
Take aim.
Oh, the thorax pikeman unit that broke because of all the archer fire. That's right. Thorax swordsman here with 67 left. This unit with 85. This unit with 85 as well. A lot of archer fire coming in from Boii though now into these picked hoplites, down to 122. Pikemen down to 141 now. After the last volley. How are we doing on this side? Picked hoplites at 79, pikemen at 154, but this unit is going to start losing more numbers now as the picked hoplite front line is losing. Unit of thorax swordsmen making their way over. We have a unit of the Illyrian nobles now making their way out to finally plug off this little tiny passable part over there by the staircase. Pikemen on this side shaken, being attacked in the rear by this passable area as well. I don't know. I mean, it's in a game, so just I don't really know what to say about that. That's kind of sucked. After rewatching this battle, I'm remembering now. This was a few months back. This battle was from a few months back. I'm remembering now that that was actually rather frustrating that we had to move up more units to protect this staircase. On this side, thorax swordsmen are starting to waver. The pikes have broken, so picked hoplites over here now are flame fire coming in for some reason. Who's firing flame shot? I hope it's not the Boii, because that's going to mess up Macedon's morale as well, as another unit of their thorax swordsmen over here starting to waver and break. I hope that wasn't Boii that fired that. You have some of the Boii, actually all of the Boii archers now firing up onto the hill into a unit of the Illyrian hoplites here. Pikemen, picked hoplites still up at the front line here defending this staircase, but these pikemen are now going to start getting fired down upon. Down to 111 men left in that unit. So basically we're just going to have some choke point going on for a little while, so I'll just stop talking for a bit and let you guys watch some fighting. Yeah, there goes the pikemen. Pikemen have just broken. Hoplite's still holding, but just a bunch of barbarians making their way up the staircase now. Another unit there, breaking off. Picked hoplites now for Athens, breaking off as well. I did notice some more archer fire coming from this unit of Cretan archers, actually getting some really good rear shots in onto some of the Macedonian thorax swordsmen, Thurio spears there. Companion cavalry unit. Oh, he took his general off of the horses. I didn't realize he did that. Where are the horses?
Get running! Get running!
I don't know where the horses went, but I didn't even realize it until literally just now that the general wasn't even on the horses anymore. Well, anyway, Cretan archers getting some really good fire into the backs of these sword followers here for Boii. Boii now pulling back down off of the steps. The mercenary Rhodian slingers making their way back across. They are fatigued right now because of the quick reload, I should say. Some more Macedonian forces breaking on this side. How much does Macedon have left? Not really a lot. 1, 2, 3, kind of 4. So 3.5 units, as this unit was starting to waver there. Boii is definitely the army that's still on the field. Thracian Kingdom still has mercenary hoplites, Thracian nobles, veteran hoplites. Where's his general? Oh, way back over here. This general's going to hide back over here. Makes sense. I mean, no point in throwing them up there. But there's cheerleaders. Keep yelling them on. Yelling on your troops. It's fine from a distance. RDI general has now pulled up over here. Picked hoplites, and the RDI general forced to hold this choke point now. Some more archer fire coming in from the Boii archers up over onto this front line here on the steps. And as you can see, if you start seeing archers going into melee combat, that's usually a good sign that the defenders are running out of infantry. Cretan archers starting to break. Thorax swordsmen here just surrounded by Celtic swordsmen. Mercenary Cretan archers starting to break. Lyrian nobles on this side, though, holding pretty well with only 50 men, 49 men left in that unit now, actually. Do still have the 2 generals, another unit of Cretan archers now. I'm pretty sure that was the unit here. They're making their way back around over here to continue helping with the defense. Picked hoplites here for Athens, starting to waver, but they have recovered, starting to waver again. Lyrian noble general here, though, trying to hold as best as he can, but now they're going to get rear charged by a unit coming through here as this front staircase here has been broken. But here comes one of the Hippeus Lancer generals getting a charge in onto the companion cavalry general and a unit of the Thorax swordsmen, trying to do the best that we can do, hitting an ability as well. We'll pull back out, maybe get some cycle charges. They are very heavy shot cavalry, so hopefully to get some cycle charges. Actually, 2 units of Rhodian slingers coming in onto the cavalry general here. Or he's not on his cavalry, or on his horses, I should say. Mercenary veteran hoplites over here now backing up the general, but the general is still being attacked from behind. These veteran hoplites need to move forward and start trying to cut these veteran swords down. I'm sorry, not veteran swords, sword followers down. Hippeus Lancer general charged in again. Macedonian general down to 33 men left. We do have the Odrysian Kingdom nobles now making their way around. Oathsworn general still here. He's at 153, so he's only lost 7 men. Macedon starting to lose another unit of Thorax swordsmen. Keeping an eye on this general. Oh, that's right, more pikemen. More pikemen coming out of the town center, but with the amount of archers that Boii still has, I don't really think that the pikes really do very much. This is pretty much the skin of our teeth moments as far as the defenders are concerned. We were doing the best that we could do here at the end. That sometimes is the downfall of having so many ambusher units. He had 5 units. That was 5 less stronger units on the inside, but I mean it's a give and take. Basically, you take a shot hoping it's going to pay off. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So, but we are still holding here as valiantly as we can. Unit of pikemen here now starting to take some fire, down to 146 men. Still not really even at the combat, I don't believe. No, they have 10 kills, so they're stabbing at something. Not sure exactly what they're stabbing at. Maybe they're hitting some of these sword followers in the back. Macedonian general here still 29 out of 80 left. Celtic warriors here 55 out of 60. Picked hoplite general here. We did have the Hippeus Lancer general got another charge in there. Actually, that would probably be a good unit to charge in onto. Yeah, pretty good charging onto these Thracian nobles, but not very effective of a charge. unfortunate.
Kill! Kill!
Macedon still losing yet another unit there. Boei is pretty much in the backfield, and this pike unit does not know what it wants to do. Started putting its pikes down facing that way, now turning back around. Starting to now get into some of these Celtic warriors there. Hopefully these Celtic warriors will break. Sword followers starting to break down to 15 men there. Macedonian general still losing men. He's down to 24. Looks like he's trying to pull his way back through combat to get out of there. I mean, look, you can't really move in a sea of bodies like this. The top lights started to push forward a little bit. So they're coming around over here now, smooshing into sword followers on that side. Pikemen rear charged by some Thracian nobles, not good. Thorax swordsmen now coming through. This front is broken here now. We do have one unit of the Illyrian nobles there still holding. But yeah, they're coming around the front here. Minute 30 left. So, yep, if you couldn't tell, it's a loss. Successful attack. So, good job to the attackers there. Just let the rest of this battle play out, though. See if maybe the Macedonian general actually dies. I don't remember if he actually dies or not. I'd love to see a general die, though. Pikemen wavering. 91 men left in the pikeman unit. They're wavering. Mercenary veteran hoplite starting to waver. Down to 8 men left. Will start wavering yet? Probably not. No. Macedonian general looks like they will survive. 53 seconds left in the battle. How is it still 56? Oh, well, probably because the pikes won't give up. Starting to waver. Oh, Macedonian general is wavering. Is he going to break? 43 seconds left. No, he lived. Oh, no, he's going to charge back in. Still 35 seconds. He could still die. Probably not, though, but we'll see. Morale dropped again. He is wavering. 24 seconds left. Yes! Macedonian general is gone. Good. An entire army. We defeated one entire army. But yeah, Boei has so much units left over, but you know, that's part of taking your time, being very slow in your attack. So that RDI general now routing, the other general there routing as well. So costly victory for the attackers. Let's get into the army breakdowns here. Start off with Iron Fist with Boei. His OS1 general, 73 kills. The Celtic Scorpion with 89. His archers doing rather well, 81, 134, 106, and 170. Getting into his sword followers, 38, 178, 91, 68, 133, 164, 159, 84, and 295. Well done there with that unit of sword followers. Getting into his Celtic warriors, 157, 143, 157, 78, and 52. Spitfire here, who's actually the guy that sent the replay in. So, dude, thank you very much for sending this in. I honestly didn't even remember this battle. Thracian Warrior General, 98 kills. His archers not doing very well. 7, 3, 14, and 2. As some of them got, actually all of them got at least a little bit of damage on that sally out / ambush attack that we did in the beginning. Mercenary Hoplites, 136, 124, 52. Mercenary Veteran Hoplites, 176, 189. Getting into his Thracian nobles, 254, 260, 254, 264. Thracian warriors, 248, 12, 158, 12, 148, 64, and 71. Finally, we have solo here with Macedon, his general, 108 kills. His 3 units of archers, 125, 156, and 144. Mercenary Thracian warriors, 193 and 64. Pikemen, 84 and 54. Thorax swordsmen, 97, 63, 147, 189, 106, 84, and 165. Getting into his Thurio spear, 64 and 164. Start off with me. As you can see, I mean, this was a while ago. I haven't had that name in a long time. My Hippeus Lancer General, 84 kills. Citizen Cavalry, 47. Hippeus Lancers here, 237 kills, so pretty good. Pretty good. My archers, 189, 25. Slingers, 261. Hoplites, 118, 56. Light hoplites, 18. Mercenary veteran hoplites, 18 and 161. Pikemen, 221 and 0. 99 and 95 for my Thorax swordsman. Charlie 6 Zulu here, his general, 213 kills. His slinger's doing pretty good, actually rather well. 75, 142, 120, and 125. Illyrian Hoplites 47, 71, 216. That's the unit that we were talking about, that I was talking about before. 60 and 89. Illyrian Noble Hoplites here, 332 kills. 66 and 161. Of course, you give big props to one unit. The next unit's like, I didn't really want to try that hard. Illyrian Raiders here, 47, 116, 122, 58, and 54. And finally, the Silver Stick with the other Athens army. His general with 181 kills. His archer's doing fantastic. 234, 289, and 199. Well done with his archers there. Light Hoplites 38. Picked Hoplites 266, 84. His pikemen 54, 55, and 82. Thurio Spears 126, 121, 42, 53, 136, and 129. Guys, I think that was a pretty good battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and comment on the video. Feel free to share the video with your friends, family, co-workers, whoever you want. Continue to subscribe to the channel, guys. It's been really awesome. Over 460 now, getting real close to 500. So, again, thank you guys so much for the support. And I will talk to you guys soon.